Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Our mission here at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos guys. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Today we will show you guys how to remove and replace radiator on Land Rover Discovery. This one specifically, 99 2000 model. We have both of them and they're identical. I think newer models like until 2003-4 will be the same. So we'll need to get a few screwdriver and there is a few clips, okay, a few screws that we need to unscrew like that. You can see 4. We'll need to pull the hose out of there, okay, and we can remove that cover. Okay, it's still holding this one here. So you have to be careful, okay, and pull it out guys. This is the radiator right here. We have a video how to do upper intake, remove alternator, all that kind of stuff. Many videos coming because we're doing engine replacement. As you know, on this one it got overheated because somebody didn't replace the little hose and that caused the whole engine. So please check out the channel guys. Also mechaniclifestyle.com, our website. You can find more information, tools used and where to buy them from. So this is the fan clutch guys. It's okay right here now. The special tool that they sell, it attaches to the 3 bolts, actually 2 of the bolts on the water pump. Okay, let me get it. Okay, just like that. So we're gonna stick a screwdriver under the bottom bolt right here. Okay, and while we're doing that, I'm gonna get this one. You need to check what size it is. If you buy the kit with the tool, it comes with the big wrench. In our case, I think it's a 36. Okay, and we have it like that. So we will actually need to come all the way here. This one comes loose going counterclockwise. Okay, we need to go this way. So one person holding the screwdriver there will do it, but we recommend using the tool only guys. So it's easier, it's really efficient. Okay, and now, okay, let's see. I think it came loose. Yep. Right here you can see the clutch now is loose. You can see how we are removing it now. Careful not to drop in the radiator. Once you remove it off the water pump. Okay, out of there now. So now we will remove the 2 screws guys here. Okay, let me turn the light on so you can see a little bit better. And the one on this side. So we need to be super gentle with that hose here now. Okay, careful not to break it. That's where people break radiators and they overheat them. Okay, and the plastic cover is out of the way now. Okay, we'll remove that clamp. You need to replace that one here. Okay, so we can actually remove the hose. Okay, this is a little bit, you have to be very gentle because this here, it's a very thin plastic and it breaks here. And if you break it, you're gonna need to buy a brand new radiator for that purpose. Next, with the 10mm, we'll need to remove this bolt right here that holds the radiator. Okay, like that. We have the same bolt on this side. We already removed it with a 10mm. Okay, so we removed 2 nuts here, so we can pull the air box out of the way. This one, you grab it and you pull it out. It has rubber bushings on the bottom. It's really tight. Okay, but it will come out. Okay, you see, it will come out in a certain way. Okay, like that. Let me show you where the rubber bushings are. 3 of them. On the bottom, you can see where it goes. 1, 2, 3. Why we're doing that? So, because this radiator comes together with the 2 smaller radiators on the front, which is really hard to remove because otherwise you have to remove those 2 radiators together with the big one. You have to unhook transmission lines, all kind of lines here, and those are not easy sometimes. Believe me, if you want, go ahead that way, do it, try to get those out. We're going to pull the battery out of the way now, the battery box right here. Okay, like that. Lift the battery up, and here we have 4 bolts that we will need to remove. We washed the engine bay the other day and we still have water inside. So four bolts on the bottom, 1 on the side, you can see. And preferably wear gloves, guys. Here you always have to wear gloves because that compartment here might have some acid from the battery. They tend to leak sometimes and you don't want that on your fingers. You can see all that rust and it's still coming out easy. Okay, 1 more there. Under the jack there is another hidden bolt there. Okay, this one is out too. Well, let's see how we're going to pull it out of here now. Okay, just like that. Great. You can see how much room now we gain. It's not an easy thing, I told you, but unfortunately we'll be able to do it now. So now if we use a short screwdriver right here, there is 1 screw for that plastic piece right here, that mount. So we'll be able to pull it out, and there is exactly the same thing on the other side, the same mount like that. So we'll just demonstrate on this side, guys. You can see this is the mount where the radiator goes and the screw is right here with a Phillips screwdriver. This one has been removed in the past and it looks like they messed it a little bit, they messed it up. Okay, you can see it's almost out. Okay, this is the screw. That's what it looks like. Okay, you can see we can now pull it out of this bracket here. And we can actually remove the bracket and we will need to install it like in reverse order. Now right here, the little bottom radiator, there is another screw with a Phillips screwdriver that we're going to remove now. Okay, you can see that's the one I'm talking about. Once we remove it, we'll get back to it, guys, so don't waste your time trying to take that thing off for about 45 minutes. Okay, the screw is out now. We're going to remove this one here on this side for the top radiator. The bottom one has a screw on the left side, the top one has a screw on the right side. And again, we'll need to use the little ratchet with the screwdriver to access it. Okay, like that, and we're going to take this one off now. It's not as easy as other vehicles, but it's doable. Okay, this one is out. And we dropped our screwdriver. So the top one, radiator, we'll pull it this way and it will come loose. And the other one, we'll pull it towards the other side. Okay, it's hard to show you guys, but it's stuck a little bit. And both of them are loose now, so we don't have to unhook anything else there. Make sure that this thing is not between the two radiators because it can damage them. And all we got left now is disconnect the top hose and the bottom hose there. Okay, and this one is still holding. Those clips are sometimes no fun. Clamps. Okay, one is out. Now we just have one more on this side. Okay, we got it out. All we have to do is slide the hose out of there now. We had a little bit of coolant left in it. Not much. And now we should be able to pull the radiator out. It's quite a bit of a job. Okay, like that guys. This is the radiator out of the Rover now. So that's how you guys remove it. Installation, it's in reverse order, everything in reverse order. Thank you guys for watching. So guys, hopefully the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Now check out our YouTube channels guys. We have more than 19,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.